cyberbullying are not the only worry parents have when it comes to online gaming. Increasingly, predators are using popular games like Fortnite to lure kids into some pretty dangerous situations. Joining us with more on this story is Tiana Sharifi. She's the owner of Sexual Exploitation Education. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. So this is such an important topic, and it seems like parents are falling further and further behind in keeping up with the dangers of online gaming. You have called the risk of that worse than ever before. So can you tell us what's changed?
Yes, I think what's changed is that now we have more of an online platform happening with these games. I think that a lot of parents are aware that social media apps have risks to them, but they're thinking that if their kids are on playing a game, that there's not a platform for predators to contact kids. But we're seeing that because of the chat platforms, because of the ability to add strangers, there is an increasing risk, and not just girls are being targeted, boys are being targeted now too.
Wow, and we've talked about games like Fortnite where there's a competition element and they're actually speaking to someone on the other side. So let's go over the strategy that these predators use to lure children using games like this. And can you give us an example of maybe an exchange that might happen between a predator and a child?
Yes, exactly. So essentially what happens is that they're not using a tactic of deception, they're using a tactic of seduction. And so they're building a relationship with these kids. They're getting to know them while they're playing the game. They're just trying to ask some information here and there, get as much information as possible with the kid so they can build the relationship and connect with them. And typically what ends up happening is that there is a change of a platform. So while they start on a Fortnite or Roblox platform, they might change to another platform where it's easier to exchange photos, learn more information, possibly like social media apps like Facebook or Snapchat. They leave them there. And then there's a lot of gifting that happens as well. So a lot of times we see that there's free tokens given or rewards within a game given. And then slowly there's either a request for an inappropriate photo or a request to meet in person.
And there's no way for the child to know who they're talking to or the age of that person on the other side. So
exactly.
What do parents need to know? What's your advice to them?
Yes, I think parents need to know that anything that connects your child online poses a risk. It's not necessarily that the game itself is a danger.
Okay.
It's that it's connecting the kids with strangers. And so the most important thing is to have conversations with kids where it's not about them knowing somebody's a predator by how they look, because it's very hard to tell that.
Right.
It's about knowing someone's a predator from the warning signs. And so parents need to talk to their kids that if there's someone asking you for personal information or for an inappropriate photo or wanting to transfer you from one platform to another platform, those are the times to come forward and tell a parent.
Parents who are listening to this right now might want to go online and get more resources. Tell us about Sexual Exploitation Education, an organization you created after working with a former organization with a similar mandate. Tell us about how parents can find more information.
Exactly. So you can just go on my website, www.sexualexploitationeducation.com. Essentially, I provide education and training on sexual exploitation to youth, parents, school districts, social services providers all across the province. So I service every community out there, and they can definitely get in touch with me through the website, but I also have a lot of resources that they can use on my website that they can look into.
You're doing some very important work. Thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
this morning
so
and for your insight.